The Mario Kart series is obviously the most recognizable series Nintendo's ever created, and a lot of that I feel has to warrant to the box arts for all these games. Ever since Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo, we've had a total of 11 different Mario Kart games. Well, technically 10, but if we count Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe as separate, we've had a total of 11 different mainline Mario Kart games, and today we're going to rank the box arts of every single one of them. We're going to be doing this completely based on just how much I like how they look, and I guess just how well they represent each of their games. Like, does it show off the main gimmick of the game in the box art? If so, there's a good chance it'll place higher than others. With that being said, I'm the biggest noob on YouTube, Christendo, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and subscribe to the channel as it helps me out a ton. Last video, we got a total of 6 new subscribers to the channel, so let's see if we can top that with this one. While you're at it, if you want to talk to me and others about all things Nintendo, consider joining the Chris Core Discord server. The link is down in the description. Now, I only think it's fair to do these in release order, so the first box art we're going to be talking about today is Super Mario Kart. When you look at this one compared to the other ones, it's pretty basic, but it's not basic in a bad way. It has a 2D drawn look to it, whereas the other ones use renders of the Mario characters, so this one is definitely amongst one of the ones that stand out the most, but at the same time, like I said, it is pretty basic. It's not bad though. I really like how it looks. It shows off all the characters in this game pretty well, but outside of that, there's not really much going on in this box art. It just shows off the 8 characters that are driving on a road, and then obviously it has the Super Mario Kart logo, and in my opinion, it's probably one of the weaker logos in the series. It's kind of basic where it's just gray and like a silver kind of color, where other titles have a little bit more extra pizzazz going on with them. But for the first box art in the series, it's not bad at all. I'm going to put it in the B tier. I think that for a starting point, it's pretty good, but entries to come do the box art a lot better in my opinion. Next up, we have Mario Kart 64, and just like Super Mario Kart, this one is pretty basic where it has the characters just driving on a road. But with this box art, they also show off the new characters that are in this game, being Donkey Kong and Wario. And I think that's pretty cool that we go from the last game showing off all the characters to this game, we show off exclusively the new characters, which is kind of nice because it tells you kind of what you're getting yourself into. But just like Super Mario Kart, like I said, it is a bit on the basic side. There's not a lot going on here. It's literally just characters driving on a road, and I feel like that the 2D art of Super Mario Kart kind of pushes it above it because there's also a little bit more going on in there. Kind of gives you more of an idea of what the game's going to look like because it shows off 8 characters, so the 8 character races, whereas this only shows off 3, maybe 4, and just has the Mario Kart 64 logo, which I do like a bit more, but I have a bit of a soft spot for this kind of classic Mario 2D art style, so I'm going to put Mario Kart 64's box art right behind Super Mario Kart. I feel like that Mario Kart Super Circuit kind of suffers a similar problem with the last two where it is severely basic, but it takes this to a whole nother level. Because with this one, it's literally just the logo with a Mario render of him just looking backwards. And then outside of that, it's literally just the blue background and nothing else. There's not really anything going on here. It doesn't really show you anything about the game. So you're kind of just getting an idea that, yep, this is another Mario Kart game. But outside of that, it literally just looks like another Mario Kart game. There's not a ton to go off of here. I think that this goes in the C tier. Mario Kart Double Dash, on the other hand though, this one showcases the game really well. You can see that there's 2 racers and 1 kart, which is the main gimmick of the game of course, and I just really like the logo of Mario Kart Double Dash. I think it's probably one of the best logos in the entire series, and there's also a good amount of stuff going on. You have the characters, you have items being thrown around, and while it is still kind of on the more basic side, it also has a good bit going on in it, as I've already mentioned, which definitely pushes it above the previous 3. I think that Mario Kart Double Dash's box art goes in the A tier because this is just a pretty good box art all around. It kind of shows you what you're getting yourself into with the double characters. I really like the logo for Mario Kart Double Dash, and it's just a clean box art. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna deny that. The only thing that bothers me about this one though is the fact that the L on Luigi's hat is backwards. I have a soft spot for Mario Kart DS because this was one of my first Mario Kart games alongside Mario Kart Wii, but I gotta say this one kind of suffers the same fate as Mario Kart Super Circuit. It's literally just a white background with the render of Mario and the logo, and I feel like that Mario Kart Super Circuit has a better logo. It's more inspired, it's more colorful, whereas this is just kind of a basic logo, and on top of that, there's just a white background. I hate to do this, but I feel like that of the box art so far, Mario Kart DS has the worst, so I'm gonna put it in the C tier behind Mario Kart Super Circuit. I love Mario Kart DS though, but the box art just isn't it. I feel like that Mario Kart Wii kind of feels the same to the extent where it's the white background, but this one at least does showcase kind of the gimmick of the game, where you're able to use the Wiimote as basically a steering wheel. I really like how this has Mario and Luigi just going at it and just having a little rivalry between the two of them, where Mario's kind of just looking at Luigi like, you better watch out, I'm coming after you, and then Luigi's just over here kind of scared for his life. I really like these renders of the characters. The Mario Kart Wii logo is not as good as, say, Mario Kart Double Dash's, but I do like this box art. It might be my nostalgia speaking because I did grow up with Mario Kart Wii, but I'm going to put it in between Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64 in the B tier because I feel like that the 2D art of Super Mario Kart is a little bit better, but when compared to Mario Kart 64, this one does show off a gimmick of the game or a main selling point of the game, so because of that, I think it fits in between the two of them there. Next up is Mario Kart 7, and this one showcases the new gimmicks of the game pretty well. You have Luigi on the glider, which is one of the main additions to this game, and you also have Bowser with bigger wheels on his kart, which kind of shows off the kart customization in a way. So I feel like that this really does show off what this game has to offer pretty well. It is a bit on the more simple side though. You have like the white sky, which kind of became a mainstay for the Mario Kart series box arts for Mario Kart DS to Mario Kart 7, but at least there's a bit more going on where you have the road, you have kind of like the racetrack that you can see them driving on. And like I said, this shows off a couple of the new gimmicks of this game pretty well, and I think it's a pretty good box art. I'm gonna put it in the B tier above Super Mario Kart because I don't know what it is. I just really like how this one looks. It's really clean. It's kind of simplistic, but at the same time, it just looks clean while being simplistic. It's hard to explain, but that's just the best way I'm able to put that. Following Mario Kart 7, we have Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. We're not to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe yet. That's the next one. And this one has a pretty good box art. It shows off the anti-gravity well. You see Mario driving in anti-gravity, and he just looks cool while doing it. There's like no other way to put it. And I really like just how colorful this box art is. It has a good amount going on, but it's not too much going on at the same time where you're overwhelmed when looking at it. I think all around, this box art is great and showcases what this game has to offer pretty well. So I'm going to put it in the A tier above Mario Kart Double Dash. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe takes what made Mario Kart 8's box art really good and makes it even better. It's really colorful, it shows off the anti-gravity well, it shows off the guest characters like Inkling and Link and Villager, just whoever was on the box art, I don't remember on the top of my head, but it showcases them well. It looks really nice. I really like the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe logo. It's colorful, just like this box art. And honestly, I gotta say, this is probably one of the best looking box arts in the game. Every time I see it, it looks amazing. It's not an eyesore to look at because there's too much going on. It has a perfect balance of having good color and good contrast, and also being busy, but not too busy to the point where it's distracting. Honestly, I gotta say, this box art is definitely an S tier. It's gonna be really hard for a Mario Kart game to top this in my opinion. The next game is gonna be a bit of a controversial one because a lot of people don't consider this mainline, a lot of people do consider it mainline. I included it here anyways because I feel Nintendo does consider it mainline. Mario Kart Tour. This box art, or I guess app icon, because this really isn't a box art, it's kind of lame. It kind of changes depending on how Nintendo's feeling day to day, but we're kind of going off of the most recent one, and it literally is just a blue checkered pattern background with Mario Drive. And it doesn't even have Mario entirely in the box art. And on top of that, it doesn't even show off the name of the game. So like, if you're just looking at this, you're gonna think, okay, it's a Mario Kart mobile app. That's all it is. And yes, that's really all Mario Kart Tour is. But at the same time, it would have been nice to at least have a little bit more going on here. But this app icon is honestly probably gonna be one of the worst we see in the series. They were really limited with how much space they had because they can't make it too busy because this is gonna be on a mobile screen. So of course they had to kind of keep it a bit simple to not overwhelm a person looking for a game, but at the same time, it just isn't super great. So because of that, I don't think it really belongs in the C tier. I'm honestly gonna put it down in the D tier because man, there is a huge difference between Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart Tour because while DS is a bit basic, with Mario Kart Tour, you literally just have Mario driving, and that's about it. And now for the final game of this video, we have Mario Kart World. And honestly, I think that this might be one of my favorite box arts ever. Like, this box art looks really nice. You have a good number of characters on here to showcase that in races, there's going to be a lot more racers on the field than before. It also shows off some of the more obscure characters that are going to be playable in this game, like Pokey or the Penguin or Goomba. And then it also kind of showcases that this is going to be one huge open world because you're able to see different regions on the map on this box art, and all around it just looks really clean. The renders in this game are more expressive than before, where the characters just look like they have more personality, and honestly, I'm all for it. All around, this game's box art just looks really good. While I said that it would be hard for a Mario Kart game to top Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's, this might be recency bias talking. I think that Mario Kart World's box art is the best in the entire Mario Kart series. And with that, that's my ranking of all the box arts in the entire Mario Kart series. Are you mad that I put Mario Kart Tour's box art on the bottom, even though it's the most inspiring box art of all time? Let me know that my ranking sucks down in the comments. And while you're at it, tell me what game you like the box art of most, and what game you like the box art of least. That's all I have for this video though, but if you want to see another video by me, there's a video on screen now where I go over what every Mario Kart game brings to the series, and I think you'll enjoy that one. With that being said, I'm the biggest nub on YouTube, Chris Tando, signing off, and as always, goodbye, Nub Nation.